As it is, when you think about the evolution of fitness and women in fitness, some of us are probably used to hearing that you can't do this, even when you're not pregnant. And then when you're pregnant, you're like, I mean, I was like, meh, I'm just gonna eat what I want, and and result was that's how you get to 269 pounds.
When I found out I was pregnant, I was obviously excited, but I was really excited to challenge myself through it. I had a goal, and I'm not saying that a lot of people should do this, but I had a goal of not going over a certain weight. I had a goal, like only putting on a certain weight. I actually hired a coach who helped me with my my macros, and like specifically for because you don't need to eat more, right? Yeah. So, but I just wanted to make sure that I was getting in the right nutrients for that baby, right? And understanding the whole science behind that, and it worked great.
But yeah, like I said, my main goal was just to feel okay, and there were so many people that would say, someone would stop me and say, you really shouldn't be doing that, this far along in pregnancy, or you shouldn't, don't lay on your back, don't lift that heavy weight. But the biggest piece of advice that I remember hearing, and I don't remember if it was through someone's blog or an article I read or even my doctor, just said, don't start anything that you haven't done before. So I wasn't about to go do CrossFit when if I've only ever, walked a lap around a track before. That was my only thing. It's just not push yourself too hard and listen to your body, because your body will tell you when you're doing too much. You just have to be in tune.
I think it's just important to realize that obviously every pregnancy is different. Like my pregnancy was totally different than Erin's, which is why I won't ever have another one.
And that's why I'm done now, because my second was different than my first.
And so I took it as an opportunity to actually do stuff that I had never done before, right? So I was in Pilates reformers, I was in yoga, I was in stuff that I never did, because I kind of wanted to see how, as a learning experience for future clients that were pregnant, right? So I would do those classes and kind of take note on what it did for me and how I felt, and how I felt like it changed my actual strength training workouts, so that I could add it in maybe to future clients' regimens also. So.
And so I didn't have a natural birth, and people always say that, it makes it go faster, your recovery shorter. I don't know anything about that. What I do know is I think that working out made it so that my core was a little bit stronger, so it made it, while most people are like, here, help me off this couch after, because C-section is a huge surgery, I was able to get myself off the couch quicker than maybe the next person was, but everybody's different.
Let's look at health and fitness with this, right? Like the health part of it too, because Wyatt's a very good eater now too. Like everything that I ate while I was pregnant, he loves that stuff now. And who's to know if that really makes any difference? I know there's a lot of science behind it, a lot of studies, and really what do we know about that? But a lot of that I feel like comes into effect too, when it comes to health and fitness, with what you consume during it too, to make sure that you're getting on, which is why I hired a coach to tell me what exactly micronutrients I was getting out of certain vegetables and certain fruits to help him with brain development and all that too. So it comes a lot of different stuff when it comes to just exercise.
That's what I was mentioning. Everyone's heart rate is different. We don't all have the same resting heart rate. And you just did your AMA the other day. And I think, my zone 5 is not going to be the same as Crystal's. I think it's important to educate yourself. She switched doctors because she felt that may not be correct information. Because I would hate for someone to stick to something and it's not right. And it's not right for them. But there's no magic number that's like, oh, you're at 143, you're done for the day. That doesn't make sense.
You do turn to your doctor and saying, what special fruits and vegetables or whatever do you recommend? You have that? that option also, you know?
Right.
I took it more as, like I said before, of an education or a time to educate myself more on how to help people through pregnancy, so that when people do ask me, when they message me on Instagram or Facebook and say, hey, what do you think about this exercise? Or what do you think about this certain nutrition? I had the answer readily available, instead of saying, you know, I don't know, and I didn't want to send them a BS article that I knew nothing about.
With that said, though, I think people need to avoid, I'm very guilty of reading through, I'll get sucked in a rabbit hole of like the Oh Mamas group on Facebook, or Bad Moms of Johnson County, or Exclusively Pumping Moms. I think you don't follow them anymore because you're smarter than I am. But people offer this advice, and there's no basis for it. There's no education behind it. It's either what worked for them or what worked for their sister Sally's friend Martha.
Right.
And then they're like, oh, you should do this too. And you get these huge debates, and it really gets you nowhere. And I think it's misinformation.
Right. Yeah, you just
So
need to
going to a
bring the
professional
professionals,
if you can.
My
It's
first.
very, I mean,
It is.
I think I heard a stat was that 80% of people go through it, and I mean, there may have been glimpses where I probably did too, but my mom, she just kind of like would pull me back out of it, because she knew that my husband owns this company and he wasn't going to be able to be there all the time, and
Yeah.
like she knows me, and she also told me I should never have another child. It's just totally fine with me.
I don't know, you make cute kids, so
You do make cute
if you
kids,
decided to have
Kristen.
another one, I wouldn't be mad at you. Listen to your body. You know, stay hydrated. You're going to need to do that anyway, but you know, they say, what is it, you double your water intake when you're pregnant or something? I don't know. But when you're working out, you're sweating, so then you need to be conscious that even though you've drank that extra water for the day, you're needing the, you know, the hydration.
I would say always having like an idea of what you're going to be doing, because the main thing with pregnancy is it's already hard to get here. So if you walk up the stairs and you're like, I'm going to be here, what am I going to do? You're going to have to actually work out. So make yourself a plan, make yourself a goal for that week of I'm going to do this many miles on the treadmill or walking, or I'm going to spend this many time, do a time if you're pregnant, this many minutes of cardio this week, and I'm going to do these workouts. They don't have to be crazy. Maybe pick some classes to do, and always talk to the instructors before. Say I'm pregnant. If there's any movements you think I shouldn't be doing, give me an alternative. I'll stand over here, you know, and they'll always do that, you know. So if you need guidance, how it, because I mean, classes come with your membership, and same with the yoga. The yoga comes with your membership. So always talk to the instructors in there, because there's gonna be movements that you can't do.
Also modifying those movements that you do like to do. Like you can't lay on your back for something, so maybe do an incline. And you can always, the trainers here are super nice. I don't know everyone anymore, but the ones I do know are super nice. You can flag them down if they're not with a client and say, hey, I'm pregnant, I'm trying to do this. Is there something else, or another placement or